Alrighty, let's get started. I'm a computer science student at FSU, Florida State University, and I'm wrapping up my first semester. If you aren't familiar with FSU, it's like Harvard if it was better. I've never met a Harvard student because I'm a severe narcissist and don't let them within 15 feet of me, but I'm damn sure they would agree with that statement. First class we'll dive into is CS Ethics. CS 3250 talks about needing to be good in the eyes of the people, how you can obtain it through implementing good corporate social responsibility, and pretty much being a good employer and employee. Wish we could dive deeper into what some of those words mean, but I slept through most of the class, and that description I plagiarized directly off FSU's website. Definitely taught me a lot though. Better person because of it for sure. In all seriousness, this class was pretty simple. It involved reading about 20 pages a week on ethical standards and issues, and there was an accompanying quiz. The final was actually a great experience for me. We had to pick an ethical issue, and I chose Uber misclassifying the drivers. In ethics, it's a big deal. Trust. Got an A on the paper though, and ended up with an 88 in the class. Overall, not too bad. It's a requirement at my school, so there's no way around that one. Now onto my programming class known as COP 3363. This was an intro to C++, also known as C plus equals 1, also known as C equals C plus 1. Fortunately, the C plus equals 1 language is pretty much the same thing as Python, which I used to create a Tinder bot to find some baddies. I ended up tutoring the kids in my class, which was a great way for me to make copious amounts of money. I actually started investing with this money, and I own 6 shares of Dogecoin now. Raking in the big bucks for sure. Tutoring was great because I got to see how other people think. It really taught me to be a better programmer, and because to explain it to someone else, I really had to know what I was talking about. 10 out of 10 experience. Would recommend to 3 out of 5 Harvard students. On to English 1. ENC 1101. Honestly, I had a great teacher. Professor Chamorro was wonderful in getting the class involved. There were also donuts for us to eat a lot of the time, which was random but awesome. So 10 out of 10 experience. We ended up making a website in the class, which was definitely a good time. It wasn't programming, we used Wix, but it's not a coding class, so it makes sense. Definitely a good experience. Lastly, wine culture. Unless you care about wine a lot, don't take the class. It filled one of my 2 diversity requirements, so there was a bit of gain. The class wasn't hard. All the quiz answers were directly from the sources she gave us to read and watch. It just seems like there's no possible way to remember 99% of the stuff she was teaching. And that's pretty much coming from a Harvard grad. Also, wine culture involves no wine drinking. Definitely a major bummer. Overall, had a pretty great semester as a comp sci student. Next semester, I'm taking food science, intro to indoor games, which is pretty much kickball, which is epic. Philosophy, public speaking, and English 2. Come back in 6 months to see that epic gem of video. Thanks for watching, and check out some of my other videos.